I was having a discussion with one of my clients last night, and we were discussing how so many people have left the UK. Now, some people came in to study and then switched to the post-study work visa route, which is called the graduate visa route, and it's for 2 years. Guess what? They couldn't secure a skilled worker visa. They couldn't switch from that particular route to a skilled worker visa or any other type of visa they are interested in that will help them qualify for settlement. Now, I am bringing this particular video, I'm creating this video so that I will make you aware of what is happening in the UK. And we are going to be talking the truth, the hardcore truth. Seriously, we don't always discuss the good news, we also discuss bad news. So this is a warning. Like, I'm just sending this out to you that if you are someone who is easily triggered, anxious, angry when you hear any negative immigration news, then avoid this video. Yes, I'm saying this because I am going to be discussing some things, the reality of things in the UK, how it appears, what you can do, what these people that are going back to their home country, this is not their plan. It wasn't part of their plan when they sold all they had to come into the UK. This was not their plan that after this they would go back. Their plan was to, qualify for the ILR. Their plan was to switch to a skilled worker visa. What they would have done differently. And the current situation at hand right now, guys, let's just call a spade a spade. The things that are actually happening, the monthly statistics, what is happening right now? Why are many people not choosing UK to be their destination country when it comes to studies, when it comes to work visas? We're just going to discuss all of this. If you're interested in any of these, please subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification bell so that each time I drop a new video, you'll be amongst the first people to see that video. Please, like I said, please, 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 just be patient. Don't be anxious. Do not panic, but plan. Take some of the tools and the steps I'm going to share with you right now seriously. If you need support getting a visa sponsorship job, maybe you need help with a CV that is up to the UK standard, ATS friendly, you want someone to help you optimize your cover letter, supporting information, or personal statement, then reach out to me. The link will be in the description as well as in the comment. Do not contact me if you have just 1 month or 2 months left for your visa to end. Please do not contact me. I can't perform miracles. I know that there are some people that actually landed something, but it's always good to start very early, guys. Start very early. Don't wait until it is 6 months to the end of your visa before you seek professional help. Please reach out early so that someone will help you and you have that peace of mind. And without wasting time, let's get into this video. I created a post a few weeks ago. I asked people whether they are willing to advise someone who wants to come into the UK to study, whether they should come in with the current situation we are experiencing now. People voted anyway, and a lot of people said they would not advise people to come into the UK. And I know why. In fact, when you look at the monthly statistics, you see this sharp drop in the number of applications for skilled worker visa and health and care visa. Now look at these statistics. There was a time when the application in a month for health and care worker visa was 18,300 in August 2023. Guess how many applications were submitted in September 2025? 700 applications. It tells you that UK is no longer desirable for many people. Many people are not choosing to come into the UK, especially with the latest announcement that they want to increase IRL from 5 years to 10 years. It has caused a lot of people to say, no, I don't think I want to come into the UK. I wouldn't want to be on that pathway for 10 years. Remember that it has not been implemented yet. We are waiting for the public consultation, and I told you that once there is a public consultation, I will let you know about it so that we can, plan how we can discourse it and show them evidence that this route will not be the best. We know that Shabana Mahmood announced that it is definitely going to be 10 years at some point, but we don't know whether it's going to be retrospective or not. Nobody knows anything right now. In fact, they can decide on something and change their mind. We don't know yet. So nobody should panic. But at the same time, I'm talking about people who are already on the pathway and people who want to still come into the UK, considering to settle in the UK. What are the options for you? Because if you look at what they have here with regards to dependents of health and care worker visa, you can see that they said it has dropped also. It used to be 23,300 in August 2023, and now they're saying the number of applications they received in September 2025 was 3,200. And when we look at student visa too, you can see this sharp drop. They said, in fact, there were 85% fewer people submitting an application for dependent of student visa when you compare it between December 2023 and September 2025. And we know that it's because they said people can no longer bring dependents if you want to study in the UK. And we also know that these dependents, the 15%, is as a result of people who actually come into the UK and choose the option of Masters in Research, or is it Masters of Research, PhD. Now, guys, what do you think you can do as an individual, someone who has family? You've done all you can, you've spent a lot of money. Maybe your tuition was between 10,000, 20,000, 25,000 pounds, and you paid that. Seriously, you worked hard and you paid that for your masters, and then you go into the post-study work visa route. What can you do differently to ensure that your family has some level of stability in the UK? And that's what I'm after. Maybe you are not ready to go back to your home country at this time. You want to fill in some skills shortage. Number one is that you need a professional to review your work. I'm talking about your CV, your cover letter, supporting information. It's highly competitive right now. It means that you can't rely on ChatGPT to do this thing for you. You need support, professional support. And without that, it's going to be very difficult for you to land a visa sponsorship job. My client told me that he has submitted up to 1,000 applications. And let me tell you, he has had up to 10 interviews and he was not able to land any of that. See, I had to dive into his workflow. What are the steps he has taken previously? What is wrong with all those things he has done? Why hasn't he landed that visa sponsorship job yet? And let me tell you something. Apart from having a good CV, cover letter, supporting information, the key thing you have to know is that there are organizations that are willing to connect you with a company that has the license to sponsor, a company that is willing to give you visa sponsorship. So you need to know these organizations. You need to also know how to submit as many applications as possible in a day. Nobody types in their name one by one anymore. Things have changed. Someone needs to teach you how to use AI to submit an application, because that's what your competitors are doing. You're competing with so many people from different backgrounds. I was talking to one of my friends that time, and she was in a WhatsApp group for a particular bank in Nigeria, and there are more than 8,000 in that WhatsApp group. And I was like, do you know that these are the competitors for all the tech jobs? They are looking for the same jobs you are after, because they came in the last 2 years. So that net migration was very high. Net migration was very high is part of the reason why many people have not been able to land a job. So you are competing with a lot of people with different skills, qualifications. And if you want to stand out, you need that support. You need to know how to submit as many applications as possible. Another thing is that people are not willing to seek professional help. They don't know how to use AI to screen through the register of licensed sponsor list to know which organizations are willing to give them visa sponsorship or a job in their area of specialization. That is one thing that people don't know. And I teach this when you have a one-on-one with me. If you reach out to me, I will support you, guys. So you need to know that you shouldn't take this work alone. Ask for support when there is this need for support. If it is time that you are worried about, you don't have the time to submit an application, then you can reach out to somebody that will help you. Guys, you cannot decide to be on your own, figuring it out on your own. It has worked for some people, but it doesn't work for everybody. And you shouldn't be quiet waiting for when it is 4 months to the end of your visa to seek help. That's how people used to do in previous times, whenever there is an exam coming up in the next 3 months, they will attend lectures. They will not study hard and break it down as much as possible. They won't seek help. They would just stay on their own. When it's close to the end, you know, when it is just 2 weeks or 3 weeks, people start studying harder, trying everything they can. And sometimes it works for some people, it works for them, and they get that exam and they pass with an A. But if you're a C student, that is not a method that would work for you. If you want an A, you shouldn't be waiting towards the end of your exam to put in all your effort. You should start putting in as much effort now instead of worrying. I'm not in support of worrying. Worrying will not solve any problem. It just takes mental stress. What I'm after is, if your roof is leaking, then start solving that problem now. Don't wait until it is winter and it's raining every day and the thing is pouring so much. That's when you start seeking professional help. Don't patch it on your own because you feel, oh, some people have patched it and it's worked. Seek professional help as soon as possible. Anyway, this video is just about encouraging you, telling you not to panic. Seek professional help. Work on your CV. Remember that the computers read your CV, because ATS is something that is free for most companies to have access to. Previously, it will cost them a lot of money to have access to it, but now because of data because data is king now, so most of these companies that create this ATS system that has this AI built on them, they make it easily accessible for recruiters to use and screen your CV. And that is why so many people's CVs do not pass the ATS firewall. And if you don't rank top 50 or top 20, there is a high chance that no human being will read your CV. Nobody will be able to read it and see it. So you need to know how the visa application process in your industry works. And another reason why many people are experiencing this is they put a lot of faith in a company. A company is here to make profits and not to serve your interest only. They will only serve your interest if you're going to give them something in return. And if there's a cheaper option out there, they will do what they feel they can do. Why I'm saying this is because some people spend a lot of time in their post-study work visa route, like on a particular area or company, because the company promised them that once it's towards the end of your post-study work visa, don't worry, we'll give you a COS. Even if they've written it in in an email and you feel it's binding, guys, don't relax. You need to submit applications other places, because a COS at hand is better than a promise for the future. Things change, and that is the reason why, since the government changed the rules and the occupations that are allowed to be sponsored, these companies don't have the power to change it. There's nothing they can do about it. And you cannot take them to court. Nothing. Why? Because they changed the rules on the 22nd of July, 2025. And it's not within their power. They didn't know those rules were going to be changed. So you relaxing just because they promised you towards the end of your visa they were going to give it to you and your manager is nice to you, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Keep, submitting applications. Let no day go by without you submitting at least, I don't know which area you are in. I know depending on which occupation you are into, the job application recommendation I always give to my client varies. When you are in tech, IT, I always say 100 or 50 to 100, and it's very possible for you to do so. Anyway, I just felt I should just share this with you. And if you're a student, you should just prepare and strategize. Know that the UK climate has changed. The jobs that you can get visa sponsorship in has changed too. And you need to prepare yourself that whatever skill you're going to fill is in one of the occupations on that list. I'll put the link to a video I made about all the occupations that are going to be sponsored from 22nd of July 2025 going forward. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.
Africa's rich history is filled with stories of powerful kings and queens, like Queen Amina of Zazzau, the fearless warrior queen, King Mansa Musa of Mali, the wise and just ruler, Queen Nzinga of Angola, King Shaka Zulu, and many other notable African rulers. Join us on a journey through the lives of Africa's most legendary kings and queens. In African Kings and Queens, discover the fascinating stories of these iconic leaders. Get your copy now on Amazon Kindle. Grab your copy now.